Girl, you gotta hold on me. Honey, you gotta hold on me. Girl, you gotta hold on me.
Crazy. What's good, gang? I'm back with another video, and y'all, I want to share something with y'all. When I was out here reflecting on this message and just reflecting on a lot that has been revealed and shown to me, a bluebird came out and showed itself to me and kind of just like played with me a little bit, right? So I went to look up the spiritual meanings of, birds and bluebirds and stuff like that. So, birds reminds us of God's provision and care. The color blue often symbolizes heaven or the sky or divine truth, revelation, the presence of God, clarity, and things like that. So, it can also, when a bluebird appears, it can also represent a heavenly message or a message from God, or it can also be a symbol that God is near. All right, and then the color blue and bluebirds also resonate, with the throat chakra and communication and stuff like that. So the message what I was really reflecting on, the meaning of witchcraft, using supernatural forces or manipulating energy outside of God's authority, because God has given people authority, chosen people, people with gifts, prophets, and things like that. And even when He chooses you, okay, for a certain gift or a certain role, you also have to use your power how He wants you to use. So even if He says, okay, He calls you to be a prophet or He calls you to practice, He still, or heal people, He still wants you to heal the people that He wants you to heal, who He called you to heal, how He wants you to heal them, okay, and stuff like that. Everything has to be in decency and order, because God is a God of decency and order, right? So it got me to think about, the different ways of manipulating energy through prayer, scripture, ritual, cleansing, baptizing, baptisms, and stuff like that. And, if you are doing this outside of God's authority, if He did not ordain you, if He did not call you to, and it could be a priest, old preacher, whoever, he could tell you that he feel like you supposed to do this or do that. If God didn't speak to you, it can be your daddy church and he passed it down to you. If God didn't speak to you, and then let's say, okay, God did call you to preach, okay, but He wants you to preach this. He wants you to tell the people that. Or you go and build this church, but you don't ask Him where He wants you to build the church. Or you don't ask Him how it's to be decorated. You take everything in your own full authority. This is all witchcraft, okay? And you go and you ask God for the blessings, and then you give Jesus thanks. Then you idolize Him. Now you got Jesus in the front of your church. Now you got your congregants, your whole congregation, idolizing Jesus under your authority, not God's. And this is witchcraft. This is sorcery. And people don't understand this. These people are confused. But God is saying the grace period is over. Okay? The grace period is over. And He's getting ready to collect what is due. Okay? Some of these spiritual leaders, some of these pastors, and don't even have to be that, okay? You could be in a lane doing something that you are just totally not supposed to be doing, okay? Making blockages for people who's supposed to be in that lane doing it. You feel me? And God is saying the grace period is over. It's over. You will see these people getting tired. You will see these people getting weary. God's getting ready to take out the trash, and He is saying it. Okay? And you will see it happen, fall apart in all type of ways, all different ways. Okay? And it's according to the degree, because some people will have more favor, some people will have more grace than others because they didn't know. You know, they was led into this blindly, you know, blindly. But these people who knew what they was doing, intentionally did this, intentionally exploited people based on their faith, they're going down, sticker baby. That's what I heard. They going down. They going down. God is a loving God. But a lot of times people like to, even though the Bible has been chopped and screwed so many times, a lot of people like to omit a lot of things, and a lot of people try to romanticize the Bible and even Jesus' story, okay? Y'all just want to say, oh, He died on the cross for y'all sins and stuff like that. But y'all forget He died because y'all prosecuted Him. Y'all accused Him of witchcraft when God told y'all this man was coming to help y'all and bless y'all with these miracles. And people got jealous because He was healing people that couldn't be exploited for their illness no more. Okay, whatever that illness was, whatever it was, greed, whatever that illness was, when Jesus came along and healed these people, okay, they couldn't be exploited of their illness anymore. Whether it was continuously taking medications like you see today, okay? And so if you are a truth speaker, if you are telling people about the goodness of herbs and natural, okay, healing techniques, you can expect, okay, some of these things to happen to you, okay? Because now these people can't be exploited for their illness anymore, all right? So that's the message I want to give y'all. Take it as it resonate, okay? But I wouldn't lie on God. That's what God told me. So I'm telling y'all, okay? He is tired, all right? Y'all have a beautiful day.
I've been so deep inside her. Woo. She my soulmate.